Hello friends, today we will see a special savory idli which got its name from that small town Kanjipuram in Tamil Nadu. It is offered at the Sri Varadaraja temple and food lovers are generally prepared to even withstand the hardships of a long queue to buy the prasad of tasty Kanjipuram idli from there. Indeed, with an elaborate tempering of assorted spices, these idlis are a mouth-watering retreat. Here is how you can prepare Kanjipuram idli in your own kitchen. While we have prepared it using idli plates for your convenience, this batter is traditionally cooked in a small greased katoris or in a large round flat cooker vessel and then sliced into squares or triangles. Before I start my video, would like to offer my sincere gratitude to my Guru, Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, who is the embodiment of Paramashiva himself. Hello everyone. Today, in our Annam Brahmam channel, we are going to see a very traditional, healthy idli which is called Kanjipuram idli, which is also called as a temple idli. For this, let us see what are the ingredients required for it. I have taken 2 cups of ponni rice, 1 cup of urad dal, few cashews, it is as per our taste, handful of curry leaves, 2 tablespoons of ghee, 1 teaspoon of fenugreek, few coriander leaves, 1 teaspoon of jeera seeds, 1 teaspoon of pepper which I have crushed and kept, 1 teaspoon of dry ginger powder, 1 teaspoon of hing or asafoetida and 1 tablespoon of salt. I once again repeat, the ratio is 1:2. If you have taken 1 cup of urad dal, then you have to take in the same cup 2 cups of raw rice. Generally for this Kanjipuram idli, mostly we use the raw rice. After washing the rice and the dal, we just soak it for 4 hours and grind it. After soaking all the ingredients, now we have grinded it. See, we should not grind it in a smooth paste. We have to grind it in a coarse way. We can transfer into the bowl. Adding 1 tablespoon of salt for fermentation. After transferring in the bowl, allow it to ferment it for 8 hours. After 8 hours of fermentation, see how the batter looks. So you can see nicely it has fermented. It is slightly thicker. We just stir it for some time. For seasoning, I have taken an iron kadai. Pour the ghee on the kadai. Once the ghee got hot, now we are adding the jeera seeds. Simultaneously, we are adding the pepper also. Now you see, both jeera seeds and pepper seeds are getting hot. Right time, we add the curry leaves. You see how nicely the curry leaves are getting splattered. Switch off the flame. Now we will transfer it into the batter. Now we are adding into the batter. See how nicely the color is changing into green, yellow. The fragrance of ghee, jeera. Now in this batter, we are adding the dry ginger powder. See, it is unlike the normal idli. You see, we are adding jeera, pepper, dry ginger. All are completely good for all health problems related to cold, fever, everything. And we are also adding the hing. Stir it meanwhile. Add the coriander leaves. And finally, we are adding the cashew nuts. So everything we add and nicely stir it. In our ancient days, all the food items, whatever is prepared is completely health oriented. Since the batter is very thick, we are slightly adding water. Don't make it in a loosey content. Stir it properly. Now, as the batter is fermented and ready, we will see how to cook the idli. I have taken the idli cooking vessel, taken the water in such a way. So the water is, you can see, this is the level of the water I have taken. Allow the water to boil and I am just keeping this plate over it. Meanwhile, as the water is getting boiled, let us transfer the batter into the idli mold. For this, we are going to use the tumbler as a mold. And I have taken banana leaf and in Tamil we say this as mandare leaf. Botanical name is Bauhinia variegata. And what is the purpose we use these leaves? See, generally banana leaf, as we know, it is always a preservative. And these Bauhinia leaves are highly medicinal, which helps in increasing the loss of appetite and liver related problems also it cures. Let us see how to place these leaves into the tumbler. For this, I have cut and kept the banana leaves in such a way that it can fill in the bottom of the tumbler. Now you see, The bottom of the tumbler is not seen. In such a way you have to keep this banana leaf. Next, I have taken this mandara leaf and slightly fold it and insert in the edges of the tumbler. Take another leaf and once again the other edge of the tumbler. We keep the leaves in such a way the inner surface of the tumbler is completely covered. In addition to this covering of mandara leaf, we are going to add banana leaf also. Just fold this banana leaf into cylindrical shape and just insert into the tumbler. Now you see completely it is covered inside. Make sure that once we pour the batter, it should not touch any edges of the tumbler. Only on the leaves it can just touch it. So this is how we prepare the layers. Similarly, I have prepared in 2 more tumblers. You can just adjust it accordingly. But make sure you just check in all the tumblers or the edges of the tumbler are completely covered. So after completely covering the tumbler, now let us transfer the batter into the tumbler. See, now we have filled the batter. Just close it on either sides. The reason behind closing is, see, we are going to steam this. So while steaming, the water may get inside. So we are just closing this. Now the water is boiled. We will place it on the plate. Just covering it with the banana leaf. Now after covering with the banana leaf, we are closing the lid and allow it for minimum 20 minutes to get cooked. After 20 minutes, we just open and see. See, completely the color of the leaf only has changed. We'll open and see. We'll insert this and check. Now you see no stickiness is there. It's right time. We can remove it off. Switch off the flame. Now we'll keep it down. Now we will transfer this into the leaf. Just pulling the edges of the leaf. We'll keep it down. Wow, see, so yummy it looks. We are opening it. The fragrance of mandara leaf and banana leaves are really coming out. It tempts the people to take it. So hot. One good thing with this idli is we need not carry any tiffin box or something. Just take this idli and we can pack it and go off. And whenever we feel, we can just open and eat. I can really associate with the fragrance which will come in the temple. The same fragrance I can feel here. Similarly, I am taking in the other tumblers also. It's hot. I guarantee as you cook, all will feel the temptation of eating this food hot. I really thank all the ancient peoples who have discovered this healthy idli. Now, hot, tasty, healthy Kanjipuram idli is ready. Please try this recipe. I guarantee you it will be very healthy and tasty idli. Once you open this only, you will feel the temple fragrances which we enter inside the annale of the temples. Thanks to all the ancient people who have contributed this idli for us. Today, I have prepared the tomato chutney. You can serve with coconut chutney or red chilli chutney. Enjoy. Try this recipe, give your valuable comments and subscribe it if you have not subscribed it. Press the bell icon for further notifications. Thank you. Have a nice day.